everyone, welcome back to Homestead Corner. Today I have got a $5 seed haul from the Dollar Tree. Okay, with the current situation, I think it is so important to be stocked up as much as you can on seeds. Seeds are going to last a lot longer than the best by date on the back of the packet. And I was in Dollar Tree the other day and I noticed their seeds have not gone up. They are still for $1, which is a great deal for seeds. A lot of times there are less seeds in here than you would get in a package that costs $2.50, but even for $1, if you bought 4 packages, you would still get as many seeds as in another store. So I think that is a great deal. And they did have a decent selection of heirloom vegetables. So I grabbed all of the heirloom vegetable seeds that they had. And then I did grab a bunch of herb seeds as well because they're not heirloom, but for 25 cents, I think it's a great deal. So let's see what we got. For $5, there is quite a lot of food here that you can grow. And so the first thing that I got was the heirloom variety of lettuce, the Paris Island. These make great little like wraps and little boats for sandwiches. If you don't eat bread, those are good for that. And lettuce is a pretty quick grower. This has 68 days to harvest, so that's good. And it's a pretty easy one to grow. And then I picked up kale, which is another green, super good for you. We are not huge kale fans, but it's great for the chickens and you can add it into some soups. And we dry it sometimes and put it in like a green powder to, you know, just boost nutrients and things like that. Not my favorite flavor, but it's good for you. And you eat what you can when you don't have much. So the next thing I got is heirloom carrot seeds. Carrots are another great grower. They do take a pretty long time, but they're nice. You can leave them in. If you leave them in after the first frost, 1 or 2 frosts, they get a little bit sweeter, and then they are super yummy and delicious. Carrots are pretty sweet anyway, but we love carrots. The next thing I got is the Blue Lake bush beans. I love bush beans because they easily can be grown in containers. You can stick them all over the place. We have raised beds. We grow in the ground. We grow in containers. Everything. We do everything. Any way we can, we grow it. So, and I love green beans. They are pretty quick. Again, another pretty easy grower. And then the next one I got is just some sugar snap peas. We love sugar snap peas, and I did get 2 packages of those because I'm not usually able to can them, and I don't usually even cook them. They are so delicious right off the vine. We usually eat them while we're out working in the garden. We just grab a handful and munch on them. They're delicious. They're just yummy. So most of them never even make it into the house. Everybody really just loves them for snacking on. And the next thing is cucumbers. Cucumbers are great. We use them for salads, and I scoop out the seeds, make like tuna boats, things like that. Those are good. Pickles, we go through a ton of pickles here. Can't make enough pickles. And the next one is summer squash. We love the yellow summer squash, the crooked necks. These are delicious. Easy grower. You don't need that many. If you plant just a couple of seeds, you're going to have enough for your family. If you plant 10 seeds, all your neighbors are going to have it too. So that's the great thing. Zucchini and crooked neck squash, those are they're crazy growers and they're easy to care for. And then I got Swiss chard, just some mixed Swiss chard. Another one great for soups and stews and things like that. You can dry it. You can all kinds of stuff with it. Put it in salads. You can saute it up with onions and mushrooms and garlic. Good stuff. So those are all the vegetable seeds that I got, and they were all heirloom seeds. So when those grow, I'll be able to save seeds from those and regrow them, which is nice. The only thing is, if you don't want to grow similar items too close to each other, you want to keep them as far apart as possible when you grow them. Your cucumbers and your squash, growing these right next to each other, when you save the seeds from them, they can definitely cross-pollinate, and you can land up with a cucumber squash and, you know, a zucchini watermelon and things like that. So keeping similar types of vegetables away from each other in the garden will definitely be helpful if you're saving seeds. And everyone should be saving seeds, I think. So the rest of the seeds I got are all herb seeds, because we want to drastically increase our herb garden. I have a pretty big herb garden, which is plenty enough for what we normally use, but I want to increase it because having more so we can use it more medicinally is a great way to go. More flavor for those pantry foods that don't have a lot of flavor. Having extra herbs for cooking and stuff is super handy. So I have cilantro, which is super easy. If you save the seeds, got coriander seeds. So you can have both if you let some of them go to seed, which we usually do that. So we get the fresh cilantro and we also get the coriander seeds. So those are good. And they're easy, fast growers. I think they are, oh, it doesn't say, it's like 7 to 14 days to germinate. And it's an annual, so it's not going to come back, but you can get seeds off it easy. And the next one is sage. I love growing sage. Once you get it established, it comes back year after year. It is even, we're in zone 4B, I think, and we don't have any trouble with it coming back over and over and over. Rosemary doesn't come back here, unfortunately. We've tried everything. And the next one is spinach. Spinach is one of my favorite greens. We eat it all the time in everything we can. I love it. And then we got some dill seeds, so we can make our pickles, which is great. And the dill is great. You dry it and just grind it up. It is great for all kinds of salads and seasoning and stuff like that. Also, we got parsley, because parsley is another one. We use a lot of this. Great for digestion. Super easy grower, and it's fast. You usually have some within a month or so. Once it starts coming up, it's crazy. And the more you cut it, the more it grows. I do like that about parsley. And then chives, another one of those. The more you cut it, the more it grows. These are great. Easy growers, and those come back year after year, your chives. So that's another one. Basil, sweet Italian, great to have for cooking. And let's see, I got another container variety of basil, so we can put like little pots of it around and have that. And then thyme. I grabbed some extra thyme. I'll probably trade these seeds because I have more thyme than, I don't know, Maine could probably eat. I love it myself, but we have tons of plants and they are humongous. They just keep growing and growing. It's another one of those perennials that will come back year after year. So I love those perennials because you can just stick them in a pot and let them do their thing. They don't, or stick them in a spot and just let them go. They thrive on their own. And if it's too dry for too long, a little bit of water helps out, but herbs are great because they can really do great in sandy, poor soil. They like it. And then I got a container variety of oregano. We have tons of oregano also, but oregano is one of those things that is so good for you. Oregano oil is like a magic oil. It's definitely wonderful. And I cut my flowers and dry them to put in teas. They're pretty delicious. And then a last one I got is lavender. And anytime you're going to try and grow lavender, you want to make sure you stratify the seeds. A lot of people don't know that. These need to be frozen for a couple of weeks before you plant them. So just toss them in the freezer. And if you keep your seeds in the freezer, they'll be ready to go when you take them out anyway. But people that keep them out at room temperature or in a cool place, they really do need to be frozen for at least a couple of weeks so they will sprout and do well. But that is it. That is quite a lot of seeds actually for only $5 at the Dollar Tree. And you could definitely, you could get more on the vegetable end and less on the herb end depending on what your family needs. And you could grow plenty of food to keep you going in an emergency. If the supply chain cracks, you've got this food. And with growing season coming up and the state of the supply chain, I think it is super important that everybody jump on the bandwagon, get those seeds, get them organized, figure out what you're going to grow, and get growing. It's coming. And that is it for today. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.